Just wait for Instagram to catch up. Oh, it's actually working for once. I hope you can hear me. Can you hear me? Yeah, you can hear me. Oh, what a time to be alive. So, now we can go live on Instagram. I hope you're all ready for the thing we all cannot wait to do. I mean, I could take a finger, but not a whole dick. Wait, we're live now. Yeah. So I'm building some Disney shit. I don't know. I'm gonna drink some water probably. Here's the water. The stream is brought to you not by SodaStream, obviously, because you probably need to get viewers before you could get sponsored by, just anybody in general. So I'm building some Disney shit. I threw this down the stairs to get it down here because it was upstairs, and I need to build something. So let's get this bad boy over. Oh, Disney boo. Thanks, Costa. I'm just trying to build a Lego set, okay? This is Quick Build After Dark, my dude. Have you never heard of the worst show on the internet? So I'm building brickheads today because you don't really have to think when you're building a brickhead. You just build a little thing and then you look at it and you go, oh, look, that's a pretty little brickhead. Let's dump that shit out. Get rid of the box, obviously. Oh, wait, no, I put the box behind me. This is a professional production. Give me a sec. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Nice place of honor for this fucking Disney shit. Because, you know what? You always need a lot of Disney stuff. And then, yeah, I actually do kind of like brickheads. Costa does have a point there. I also hate brickheads because you need to fucking... When there's multiple in a bag, you need to figure out which instruction is actually the first instruction. It's really annoying. I do love my brickheads, and that's just because I build so many custom brickheads, and so far those are going pretty well for me. People pay way too much for a commission of a brickhead. I don't understand, but I appreciate them. Who is the first build in this? I think it's Mickey. I think I put Mickey aside for that reason. Okay. I got it. We're on the first one. Okay, this is Steamboat Mickey. Is it Steamboat Mickey? He's just called Mickey Mouse in the set. I don't know much about the Disney stuff. I know that this is the black and white one, and it has Mickey in it. Not Tinkerbell, not the rabbit guy, not Snow White. I guess this is like a thing about like a bunch of the earlier Disney movies that came out. So I know Snow White is considered their first movie, like the first Disney movie. I don't really know, but apparently the Steamboat Willie stuff and the fucking Oswald the Lucky Rabbit came out before that. A lot of people get really upset about that fact for some reason. I don't really care. I'm just building a brickhead. Ooh, look, parts. Do you know what these parts become? They're going to become Mickey Mouse. Also, fun fact, Mickey Mouse, this specific one, no longer copyrighted. Weird shit, right? Still a brickhead. There's the set. I gotta figure out which pieces go first. Obviously, it's a black and white movie, so the Mickey Mouse is in black and white as well. Yeah, there's some fun facts for you. What's another Disney fact we can give you with Walt Disney, horrible racist? I don't know if I can confirm that one, but just Google it. I'm sure it was just as horrible as the rest of his time. Who fucking knows? I'm sure a lot of the shit we're doing right now will... Okay, never mind. I'm actually not going to get into that. Let's focus on the build. So far it's a brickhead, so we're going to use a lot of these pieces. Let's go over to our news reporter, Secret Joseph. Secret Joseph, what piece is that? This is mostly known as the 1x2 by 1.23 brick, and this is basically what a brickhead is made out of. Look at that motherfucker. It's a brick head piece. Most brickheads are made out of about, like, I don't know, 2 through 8-ish. And so, like, whenever you're building a normal-ass brickhead, they have these weird zombie faces that you rip off, and there you go. There's some stuff. Brickhead pieces. And without those, there would be no brickhead. And also, they're probably the most useful fucking Lego piece to ever exist. So, like, just keep that in mind. If you're ever shopping on Bricklink or wherever, and you see a store has a bunch of those, just throw them in your cart. You're going to need them. They're amazing. I've used them on professional builds. I've used them on personal builds. I've obviously built brickheads before. That's not the first time I've built a brickhead. As you can see very quickly from my Instagram, I've done all of the fucking avatar motherfuckers. Not the blue motherfuckers. The earth-bending people. They are snot bricks. It's studs not on top. Terrible fucking acronym. Whoever came up with that, like, garbage. Come on. You could have literally called it anything else and it would have made more sense. I'm pretty sure that is my favorite part, Costa. Like, hands down, I'm pretty sure the brickhead brick, as they're lovingly referred to, probably my favorite brick. I don't think there's a better part out there. Like, maybe the whip from Indiana Jones, just because it's cool that Lego went, oh, we're making Indiana Jones. We need to make sure we got a whip. And then we got a really cool piece. And they also used it on the rose set that recently came out to be the center of a rose. Fucking really cool. I'm really into that. But, like, as far as useful parts go, it's definitely the brickhead snot brick. The 1x2 is 1x2 by 2 technically by 1 2/3 brick. Is, I don't know what you call it. It's a brickhead brick. I know I don't really sell them on my store because the second I get any, I just take them for myself because I am a greedy little bastard. That's just how I roll. Shit. Brickheads are also very specific to style. A lot of people don't fucking follow brickhead style properly. So if I see your custom brickhead and you're bragging about it and I see you didn't follow the proper brickhead style, I'm going to talk some shit. Like, some people will put the legs like 3 wide, 4 wide, okay? And then the legs are also, they're a brick and then a 2x4 plate in the middle to be the waist. Beautiful, right? Very simple 2x4 rules, 2x4 brickhead rules. And if you don't follow brickhead rules while building your custom brickheads, it's like the bare minimum. Come on. If it's a taller character, you can definitely make them taller. But, like, if you're doing real people, they're all the same fucking height. When they did the Avatar brickhead, like from the Blue People Avatar, they made it taller. That makes sense. Those fucking guys are gigantors. Checks out. If you're just a tall human, don't fucking make your brickhead taller. You get the same height as everybody else. Unless you're, like, fucking freakishly tall. I think I saw an 8-foot dude. Maybe the 8-foot dude could do something about that. Or if we got, like, a Spartan from Halo eventually. Be pretty sweet. Oh my god, the big Spider-Man set that came out. Here, I definitely need to pull that up for everybody. Because, wait for my opinion real quick, because I gotta hit the button. I always forget how to share screen in this. I know how to do it. Hey Google, turn on Lego Light. I know exactly how to do it. But I always forget how to do it. So here we go. This is what this new Spider-Man sets are like. We're looking for this one. So my opinion of this set is, it's fucking trash. This is a terrible set. Why does Spider-Man look like that? Why does Spider-Man look seductive? What is he doing? Is he climbing through a window? Is he climbing on a web covered in green goo behind him? It looks weirdly sexy. It looks like Spider-Man's coming onto you and you don't know why. And, like, you're not getting an upside down kiss because he's twerking through the window. Jesus Christ, the fucking lights are off. Hey Google, turn on basement lights. Yeah, it's weirdly seductive. I do not like that set. I will not be buying that set. If you like that set, good for you. I hope you enjoy building it. Let me know, but it looks like Spider-Man's trying to hit on you, and he's not very good at it. That's just my opinion of that set. Which sucks, because I do love a lot of Spider-Man stuff. Yeah, if he was upside down, or, like, maybe a different pose. And also, like, at that angle, he looks dummy thick. Like, Spider-Man is packing something in his trunk, and it's his ass. Those are my problems with that set. This is a cool brickhead so far, because they're doing cool stuff with it. Nailed it. Didn't I just fucking nail that description? That's the review. Put that on the Lego set. reviews on the site just right. They're doing cool stuff with it. But let's go over to Secret Joseph. So there's some cool connections in here where there is the half brickhead brick that exists, which is a really cool brick. They're using that to then create this kind of little distance between. How are they going to use that later? We're going to find out. Oh gosh, Costa, my favorite shitty set. That's a really good question. I don't know. That gets tough because there are sets that have really good figures, but are shitty sets. But then, like, just a shitty set that I seem to like a lot. Like, similar to... Fuck, I'm forgetting. It's Wonderful Christmas Time by Paul McCartney. That's probably the shittiest, best Christmas song. Like, it's a terrible song. But every Christmas I hear it, I'm like, yay! So shitty sets, good figures. There's the set that came with Deadpool. I think it's 6211. Is the code of it? No, the 6211 is the original Star Destroyer. I saw that earlier today. It is really a horrible song. You're completely right, Lulu, but like it's a banger when you listen to it and you finally just give up and you're like, yeah, this song is fucking awful. That's when you realize that it's a good song. Yeah, the helicopter and Wolverine. I'm pulling it up right now. So here's Deadpool. Obviously, that's a great figure. Came in one set. And this is a dog shit set. Like, look at that. Why is there a helicopter? Who the fuck is flying this helicopter? Wolverine's not flying a helicopter. He's on a motorcycle. Magneto, why does he need a helicopter? He just floats up some shit under his feet and goes anywhere he wants. So are we led to believe that Deadpool is flying a helicopter with a katana and a gun? It's a good question. But I guess, okay, I will show you the shittiest set that I really like. And I just, I want you to know that I really like this set because it is fucked up. Here it is, came out in 1977. This is Red Indians. I'm not kidding you, that is the name of the set. That color of those people, that's just red. That's the color red from Lego. There's no, like, special color they used for the skin tone of these Native Americans. It's just Red Indians. I guess that's my favorite shitty set. And it's only my favorite shitty set because it's so fucked up. Like, that's fucked. But there's a lot of other weird, like, shitty sets out there. Like, I've bought a lot of really shitty sets over the years just because I buy every Star Wars set. So I end up with a lot of really dumb Star Wars sets because, well, yeah, I gotta own all of them. So I've bought every single Star Wars set. So just think of some of the worst Star Wars sets that have come out. I own them all. I went and bought them. And for the most part, I don't even buy them on sale. The buildable SpongeBob is pretty fucking great in a shitty way. Let's go for that one. SpongeBob. Just, I'm happy I didn't share my screen for trying to type out what that was because holy shit, I did not spell that properly at all. It's called Build-A-Bob. Yeah, this is a uniquely terrifying set. The eyes are fucking awful. I always wanted to do like a snail build of that. Like, look at Plankton. They didn't even try. They just phoned it in. Look at SpongeBob's weird little nose. Those the fucking Knight's Kingdom arms as well. Jesus Christ. Yeah, let's pull open the set inventory real quick on this one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure those are the Knight's Kingdom hands. Let's pull up that part. So 30 sets. I'm actually a little surprised that came in 30 sets, but yeah, there it is. Knight's Kingdom hands. Of course, it's in 30 sets when most of the sets are just repeats of fucking Knight's Kingdom. I always wish I got the second wave of this. I got the first wave. I got like Sir Jaco, and then he went on to be the king, and I was like, that's fucking great. These are more shitty great sets. Also, these shields. That's a piece of cardboard that you put a piece over another weird looking piece. Here, let's quickly look at what these pieces look like. So King Mathis, this is series 1, obviously. So see that is a little piece of like basically paper. It's thin, it's cardboard feeling. And then you, ooh, he came with a cape. I think I actually do have the set somewhere. And this is the piece that you mount it on. And then you put another piece on top and it holds it in place. Pretty weird line of shit. I know Costa was looking for the sword for a long time. Don't know if he ever found it. Hopefully he did. But yeah, that is a wild piece because, as you can see, it's all Knight's Kingdom and then SpongeBob. That's the only place that these have been used. I'm a little shocked they didn't end up anywhere else. That's a weirdly cool set. Okay. The fuck is that? Okay. I gotta be careful looking at these old sets because... Oh, Costa did find the sword. I gotta be careful looking at old sets because I end up buying way too many old sets when I see like something kind of cool. And the problem with old sets is it shows up and you find like all these like custom molded parts that do not have good connection points and you can't do anything with them. You can't make any mocks or anything. Ooh, I put in the pink brick, which every brickhead has a pink brick in its head, and that's its little brain. No, I was showing that to the wrong camera. Little 2x2 brick. Toss that in there, that's the brain. When I did the Avatar The Last Airbender ones, I actually gave a very tiny brain to... Shit, I'm forgetting Sokka's name right now. And it was pretty funny, but that's the kind of Easter egg that you would never see. Maybe one day if I remember to actually sell instructions for that. If anybody cares for that, maybe one day I'll do some Brickheads digital instructions and sell them unrebrickable. I wouldn't see myself selling them for too much. They're not really hard to build Brickheads. I'll talk a lot of shit about Brickheads as somebody who builds a lot of custom Brickheads. I do them because they're easy, and I'm not a very good builder. So I really should make some instructions. I could charge like $1 for instructions. I'm sure setting up instructions for them wouldn't even be that complicated. Because Brickheads, for the most part, have like, what, 100 pieces? This whole set's got 500 pieces for 4 Brickheads. Kind of a no-brainer, and then you get cool little guys. And then they're very easy to display as well. I really have to work on doing some more Star Wars ones. I've seen so many Star Wars ones, though, so I would kind of feel weird even trying to tackle that kind of area. Because so many people have done it before. And, like, with Brickheads, if you see the way somebody else did a Brickhead, you're fucked. You're going to do it exactly like them. Like, maybe not exactly, but you're going to basically steal their ideas. So I have to be very careful if I've seen a Brickhead of something else. Ugh. I mostly only build by, like, real bricks. I don't do a lot of digital builds. And that's just because I have a lot of Lego on hand. I'm a little... Like, I kind of wish I had less Lego on hand. Because a lot of the people I know who are really good digital builders, it's because they didn't have a lot of Lego. So they had to work with what they got, which was building shit online. And it made them really good at doing online stuff, and then they order the parts. It's a lot smarter. I wish I did more digital building. But I also just love fucking around with bricks. And Brickheads are easy in a way that if I don't have the exact piece I need, that's when it gets kind of fun, where I have to get more creative and really fuck around with, you know, pieces I normally wouldn't use to achieve a certain look. Like, recently I was building Ashitaka from Princess Mononoke, and I did not have enough sand blue to do his outfit, so I had to, like, get really funky with it. Too much Lego. There's always too much Lego in my basement. As you can see, this is the hell that is my basement. There's unsorted Lego right there, some unsorted Lego right there, and big bin right there, and there's more in the cold room there, but I really got to sort, and all of my bins are full. So it's a weird problem to have. Definitely a very privileged problem to have. And I'm happy that I am living the life where I get to have too much Lego. Because it really makes, I don't know, doing all this shit more fun. Oh, Costa's basement must be way more fucked. And Costa's a better builder than me. Like, hands down, really good builder. Me, I'm just kind of a loudmouth, annoying person that people seem to think I'm a good builder, but I think it's just because they remember me and they go, "Oh, that guy, I remember him. He must be a good builder." I'm not. The secret is I'm not. This is a basement. It's just there's one big room. It's only 6 feet tall, so I'm touching the ceiling right now. So my head is on the ceiling right now. I'll just show my junk to the audience real quick. But yeah, my head's on the ceiling. It's a tight little basement, but for what I do, it works really well. And this is actually where I work all the time. This is a computer screen. Yeah, I've got a lot of sets down here, and I have a lot of parts down here. It's really getting out of hand. But I think that's pretty much every Lego collector you talk to. They will tell you that their shit's out of hand. The people who don't have their shit out of hand don't know how much it sucks when your Lego really gets out of hand. I'm building Willie's hat. This isn't Willie, this is still Mickey Mouse. The Mickey Mouse that Disney doesn't own the rights to anymore. You can do whatever you want with this Mickey Mouse. I'm actually surprised we haven't gotten a horror movie yet like we did with Winnie the Pooh. That was pretty funny. I also read a story recently where a teacher showed that Winnie the Pooh to their class. Real awkward, but fucking hilarious. Ooh, Mickey's got pretty cool little, let's show them off real quick. Go to Secret Joseph. Mickey's got little dishes for his ears. So if I remember correctly, these dishes probably came out for Belleville. Most weirdly scaled shit like that exists because of Belleville. And Belleville is a wild theme. Go and look up the Belleville theme later. I never look it up properly because in Ontario, which is where I live, fun fact, there's a town called Belleville, so I always spell it that way and can never really figure out how you're supposed to spell the real Belleville, like the Lego Belleville. But that is a terrifying theme, and it explains why a lot of our food in Lego are way too big, or why there's weird roofs that are 8x8. I think they're 8x8, and Harry Potter used them a lot. That's all Belleville stuff, and a lot of it was weirdly trans clear or trans pink. Weird theme. And the babies are a thing of horrors. Belleville babies are fucking terrifying. And I know a lot of people who have done mocks involving the babies, and they're so much worse when you add a mock to it. But there we go. We're done building Mickey Mouse. Mick Mouse. Cool. Now we move on to Snow White's next. I thought it would be Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. Do I know what an Oswald the Lucky Rabbit is? No, not really. Somebody at Brickworld did do a really large mock of it. A guy named Sean Lazars. He's not watching this because he probably has a life. But he did a really big Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, and it was sweet. And the only reason I remember Oswald the Lucky Rabbit's name is because of that. But nonetheless, it is a pretty cute looking brickhead. Sorry, this is the loud part where the bags get opened. Oh, I opened bag 3 too early. So, yeah, there's Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. Let's just push that out of the way. That's okay. Let's do Snow White next. Snow White is who I meant to build. Who I meant to build. Who I meant to build. How are you supposed to say that sentence? Snow White is the one I meant to build. That doesn't sound right to me. It is right, but that doesn't sound right. Let's get these bags open and not spray bricks everywhere or mix them with Oswald. Oswald is a cool name, though. I think actually there are some there's a mildly famous guy who was part of a thing called Rooster Teeth who had a dog named Oswald. Pretty cool name for a dog. The set with the paper packaging, I haven't actually gotten one yet. I've bought a lot of the new wave, but I haven't ran into too many paper bags. There was a paper bag on the sale in Moana's boat. That was what I've gotten, and in the Avatar sets, the big whale was in paper bags. But that is the extent of paper bags I have witnessed so far in Lego sets. I'm pretty excited for the change. Like, just because it's interesting, but it's probably going to make reselling quite a bitch. Finding figures in clear bags is just a lot easier, and just opening those ones, ripping them out, listing them on the store, and then waiting to list the parts later. Very easy way to do things, but no more of that. It's fine. Things gotta change all the time. That's just life, right? So Snow White has a little dress, and they're kind of building it in a weird way to not immediately do all brickhead bricks at the bottom, which is something that I do. Like, for a build, if somebody has a skirt on a brickhead, I'll just immediately put brickhead bricks at the bottom. You really shouldn't do it. It's not very strong, and it won't be like strengthened until the middle of it, but it looks cool. This one got a little more creative. It actually made a much stronger base using 1x4s and some of a different snot brick connected in a funky way. Pretty neat description. I hope you know exactly what I'm talking about now. But then the rest of her has standard blue, and then the sleeves are medium azure, which I'm assuming makes sense with Snow White. I haven't really spent a lot of time looking at the character Snow White. I don't know why I would. She's an interesting character. She the one sleeping? No, that's Sleeping Beauty, obviously. She's the one with the dwarves, which there's going to be a live action one that doesn't have dwarves in it at all. Okay, it's just going to be Snow White in the cottage she lives in. Doesn't really sound like a good character. Let's be real. And now a word from our sponsor. Water. Precious life-saving water. Whew, been thirsty for a while. Finally just took that sip. It's precious life-saving water. Check out their website. The thing is, I'm pretty sure some municipalities totally have just a water website you can look up. Trying to be PC? I am definitely not trying to be PC. Oh, the Snow White movie. Yeah, they're trying to be like more PC with it, which is funny because I saw other people who are small being careful with that. I don't want to piss off the small people again. Another one of them was like, great, that's going to just rob 7 roles for small people. You know, making it PC and just not having them. What about the actors who are small people? But then again, I also don't really care that much. Like, it's going to be a shitty movie regardless. We all know the live action adaptations are kind of just garbage. Like, I also don't understand why The Lion King was called live action. If it's all CG, that's an animated movie again. I don't know what part was live action. Maybe the like photorealistic animals, or like shots of the Saharas, the Saharas of the like. Fuck, there's a word for the type of biome that. Savanna, there we go. A savanna is the type of thing that they're on. But yeah, super, super weird that they keep making these live actions. And then they're going to do Moana live action, and The Rock is going to play live action Maui, which doesn't make sense because that guy is not big enough. We need a bigger guy. Saying that about probably the largest man in Hollywood at the moment. You know what? I take it back. I want to see Maui played by Shaq. It'll be like Shazam all over again, except Shaq is Maui, and he grants wishes, just for the hell of it. I liked the Moana movie that was out, the animated one. Pretty good. Songs were good. Obviously, Lin-Manuel Miranda robbed us of Tamura Morrison singing. I think I've bitched about that so many times on this fucking podcast. Like, if I was being clipped for YouTube, like a YouTube compilation, nailed it. If I was being clipped for like a YouTube compilation of the shit I say all the time, it's me complaining that Tamura Morrison wasn't allowed to sing on Moana, and instead somebody else sings the song that his character sings. And yeah, I've bitched about it so many times that you could really cut together probably 10 minutes of me saying that. And also, I can sing that song better than the guy in the movie. So clearly it wasn't a skill issue. Because I have a terrible singing voice. Listen to my talking voice. Imagine that singing. Ugh. Horrible noises. But I can hit all the notes. It's just you don't want to hear my voice. Ooh, Snow White's got bangs. And she is not the sleeping one. Just to remind everybody. That's Snow White not sleeping. That is Sleeping Beauty. I know it's very confusing. They have similar names. I also don't remember. It was like the Snow White about all of the dwarves and shit. But there's that one dwarf. It's Grumpy, the woman hater. There's a fucking amazing video of Walt Disney saying that about Grumpy. That's Grumpy's secondary title was Grumpy the Woman Hater. But, you know, Grumpy doesn't hate women when they're cleaning up his fucking cottage for him. What an asshole. That little guy. It's actually a really fun build for being simple. Like, obviously, with brickheads, you can build 100 people, and they're all kind of the same build. But this one actually made a bit of an effort to be different. Has a cool skirt. Has, like, a weird flocked back piece on it. It's beautiful. I do love me a good brickhead. I don't know if brickheads are the best thing to build on this stream, but I'm having fun. So hopefully... Well, actually, I'm having fun, so I don't actually care how you're feeling watching this. If you couldn't tell, I am a terrible host of a show. Shit, I actually almost fucked up building a brickhead. And I was shit-talking how easy it is to build brickheads earlier to then forget how to build one. But the hair is always the weirdest part with brickheads. I am terrible at doing the hair on brickheads. I know that. So don't look at my brickheads and be like, why is the hair so shit? I just copy other people's brickhead hair and just pray that nobody notices. Like, I did a brickhead of Hilda from the show Hilda. Great show. Check it out, by the way. I think it's on Netflix. I did her hair, and I just copied Black Widow's hair from the brickhead and just turned it blue. It's very complicated stuff. But, you know, I'm a pro builder. I don't let these things get in my way. If there's instructions out there, why not? But I fucking hate doing brickhead hair. And I think it's because I'm not comfortable doing things that aren't exactly even on both sides. And brickhead hair is kind of like, get a little random with it. And I'm not great at random. It's why I kind of avoid nature in a lot of my builds. Because everything is too mathematical. Ooh, Costa likes Hilda. Hilda is sick. I'm so sad that it, like, literally just ended. The last season came out. It has that chick from The Last of Us, Bella Ramsey. Is that actually her name? That's funny, because she was in Game of Thrones, and she didn't play a Ramsey. She played a, who are the guy on the wall? I don't remember. But it is funny that her last name is Ramsey. Mormont. Yeah, she played, I think, Lana Mormont? No, named after... Fucking, let's not talk Game of Thrones. Let's get away from this topic. But she played a Mormont. Pretty funny. People really loved her in that. And I was like, but I know her from Hilda. Which then every single adult went, what the fuck is Hilda? Why do you know that? I'm like, it's just a show I like watching. What? Also, my wife really likes that show, so that's why I did a brickhead of Hilda so that it could just sit on her desk and look cute. And it was pretty fun. And that kind of is, I think that's the first time I really got into just doing brickheads because they're fun and pretty easy. So why wouldn't I just milk the shit out of the one thing I could do well? Except for the hair. Don't bring up the hair. Really bad at the hair. Snow White's hair is a little weird, actually. It's It's like almost too clean, which is the issue I have with a lot of my own builds. So it is funny when Lego does something that you're not ready for in that way. Ooh, she also has a little bow on. All right, the last bow I did was for Kiki from Kiki's Delivery Service. I did like a bunch of the Studio Ghibli brickheads, and then I also did Avatar: The Last Airbender, as I mentioned earlier, where I just made a shit ton of brickheads from Ghibli stuff and then from Avatar: The Last Airbender, and it was for an anime convention that Torla goes to every year. And like we went a lot, and most of us didn't really make any anime builds, so I built Studio Ghibli, which is the classic anime, and then just to make people angry, I also made the other anime, Avatar: The Last Airbender. And I love just sitting there and going, the anime, Avatar: The Last Airbender, and you just watch anime people kind of make faces, because it's not technically an anime, I guess, is a thing. Although I think if you're making something inspired by anime, you're probably good to go. So who am I to judge? I don't fucking know. There we go. We're done. Snow White. Your skin is white as snow. Sounds like something a serial killer would say. Now we're moving on to Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. I can understand why they put Tinkerbell at the end of this beautiful set. Excuse me. And that's probably because she's like the best. Ooh, there's a description of Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. We can finally find out what he is. This peppy little prankster's talent for thinking on his lucky feet. Oh, he's a rabbit. I get it. His lucky feet. Always gets him out of comical predicaments. Oswald tackles every tricky situation with his penis. Confidence and sexy sense of humor. Weird. It was weird that the book said that, but let's we'll listen to Lego on this one. I still need that book. I don't know about you, but Walt Disney bit into rabbits, I guess, and racism. Just gonna let you sit with that one. I don't know. I still don't really know if that's true. I feel like I've looked it up a lot, and like I've called it out, and like really big Disney fans will be like, he wasn't, and it's like, I don't know. If I was a big fan of something, I probably wouldn't want you to call me out. Like I love Harry Potter. I really do not like Harry Potter. I always thought Harry Potter was trash, and then it turns out that the author is also trash, so it really just kind of like strengthened my resolve about it. So I'm not the person to ask. Like, obviously, I think people suck and are terrible and, don't say stuff half the time. Just, like, if you're a famous author, shut the fuck up. Write your books. Shut the fuck up. You're good. You're good. Make your money. Don't involve other people. Don't get up on podiums that you shouldn't be on. Just leave it. It's all good. We're all going to be fine. We're all going to make it. So that's why I always laugh at that scenario. Like, there's the options for the writer of Harry Potter. I'm not going to say her name. That fucking bitch. But there's the shut the fuck up and keep making money, or say something stupid and lose a shit ton of money. She went for this one. Weird choice, but that's not my business. I'm not a famous author. I don't know how it works. Maybe you're supposed to have shitty opinions as an author. Or maybe it was like a publicity stunt. Publicity? The new show on Spike. Publicity. Maybe it was a publicity stunt that just backfired hard. But then when you fuck up and say something stupid, you apologize. You don't double down on it. Anyways, that's like a 4-year-old fucking thing at this point. There is a child that can speak born in the time since J.K. Rowling said something really shitty. I always find that interesting, though, when you think about, like, people getting, I'm going to say canceled and put quotations on it. And then you wonder, like, how long do people give a shit? And sometimes they give a shit enough for a 4-year-old child to be born and learn how to speak. And then other times it's like a month later, everybody forgets what they did and it's like, let's move on. Great. Yeah, I just summed up all of politics everything. I've solved world hunger and everything for all of you. You're welcome. It looks like Oswald doesn't have a normal-sized brain. His brain is only too tall. I don't know if that's an insult to Oswald. Let's go back to the beginning of the book and see what they said about Oswald. Oswald the Lucky Rabbit also committed several hate crimes. Trolley Troubles in 1927 was featured in 25 theatrical cartoons. Oh, great. In 1928, Oswald beat the shit out of his girlfriend in New York and was thus fired from the MCU. Oh, sorry, I was reading. This is about Jonathan Majors. My bad. My bad. Okay, let's move on. Nothing about him being stupid, but he's only got a 2-plate tall head brain area. Oh, wait. It is a full brick height, but it's missing 2 whole tiles of brain. Poor Oswald. No wonder he didn't make it as Disney's mascot, because they canceled him after an incident in the cab. Yeah. Sometimes, you gotta make yourself laugh. And even if nobody else is laughing, hopefully they're at least laughing at you, not with you. Ooh, Oswald's whole face goes on one piece, similar to if he was an animatronic at somewhere like Chuck E. Cheese. Or does Disney World have animatronics of their characters, or are they just like mascots? And it's normally a fat dude who chain smokes in a costume, and all these kids are hugging them, and they're just like, ugh, this is my job. Being loved for being Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. Before Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, were there any other famous rabbits? Was the Nesquik bunny a thing yet? Or was this the first bunny mascot thing that existed? Who knows? Maybe those terrifying plague bunnies. Oswald is also sporting a nice dark azure bottom. Tell me in the comments, do you think Oswald the Lucky Rabbit is a top or a bottom? I wish I could make polls sometimes just to make the stupidest polls ever like that. Oh boy, I'm forgetting how to build. As always, I feel like every time I'm building on the show, it's a good example of just what age is doing to me as I get worse and worse at building stuff. I feel like there were early times when I was building like a $150 set within an hour, like whatever. And now I'm struggling to finish off 4 brickheads within an hour. It's a tad embarrassing, right? Oh, how the turntables. Now I gotta build Oswald's big ass ears. Why is his ears so big? It's so we can hear good. That's the secret. I wonder if I should hide the logo on my shirt when I say really stupid shit. Can you get sued for wearing a shirt of another company and saying stupid shit? You probably could. Especially, I got the shirt by like working for a booth. So maybe there's even more to it with that. Ooh. The thing about it is it's a good shirt. I like a good generic shirt that I don't give a fuck about. Great to work out in. Something you don't give a shit about. Like also, like if you shit your pants, then you throw out your underwear and replace it with the shitty shirt. And then you can throw out the shirt later as well because it's a shitty shirt you don't care about. Ah, beautiful. Look at Oswald. He's currently legless. We need to give him legs. Hold on, Terry Fox. We're getting you some legs. I'm sure that was horribly offensive to some. But Oswald is about to get some legs. Oh, yeah, look at them legs. Oh, gotta look at them yams. Ooh, Oswald's got the legs. Oh, he's got a little black bun of a tail. That's fucking adorable. Okay, let's build him his base. This is interesting because I think for the Disney 100, they gave them all metallic. Fuck. They gave them all metallic silver bases. How fancy is that? Ooh, yeah, slap that together. We got Oswald. Let's move on to Tinkerbell. For some reason, Tinkerbell is a regular-sized brickhead. I think they should have made her a tiny little brickhead because she's a fairy and she's very small in that movie. So Tinkerbell is famous for giving children the ability to fly so they could go to Epstein's Island. And on Epstein's Island, he dressed as a pirate and stuff. Like, it's really, it came full circle society-wise, didn't it? So Tinkerbell is actually the Ghislaine Maxwell of Disney movies. Wait, would that make Peter Pan the Epstein? Huh. Something to think about. You know, these kind of thoughts is what keeps me up at night. I don't know how I made it through that sentence, but I'll drink to that. Oh, I didn't do a secret word today. I guess with 45 minutes in, we probably don't need to worry about that. Okay, let's see what we got. Tinkerbell's delicate figure holds a strong, bubbly personality. She was canceled from the MCU after beating the shit out of her girlfriend in the back of a New York cab. Okay, let's start on Tinkerbell. Obviously, she's going to have the leaf skirt because that's what she wears. She wears leaves. And in this version of the movie, she's not played by Sandra Bullock, which is good because that version of Tinkerbell kind of doo-doo. Kind of the big poo-poo, doo-doo, poo-poo. As much as I love Sandra Bullock, hearing her try to deliver a line that is passable is hard. And in Hook, she definitely tries to do it. She definitely tries, but she ultimately phones it in. Maybe because it was like earlier in her career. But like you can tell Robin Williams is getting the lines delivered to him, and he's like, "Okay, you're gonna say it like that? Yeah, all right. Next line, please. Give me the next line." If you've never watched Hook before, that is an interesting movie to go check out. I would say that Hook is a movie I really like, considering it's shit. It's like Simply Having a Wonderful Christmas Time by Paul McCartney and Wings. It's so bad that it kind of like loops around to being good again. And that's how I feel about the movie Hook. Because like it is wild, and like Steven Spielberg movies got worse and worse after that. So it's kind of nice to just enjoy what it was. Yeah, I'm either missing a piece or I am very dumb. Or both. No, I'm very dumb. I just found it already. But yeah, Robin Williams plays an adult Peter Pan who left the world to be with, I think, Wendy. Was it Wendy, or is Wendy the old woman in the movie? I don't fucking remember. It's got like a ton of British people because for some reason it was shot in the UK, I'm betting. And fucking Zuko from Avatar: The Last Airbender is in the movie. Plays a character named Rufio. We're just talking about Hook now. When did Hook come out, you asked me? I think it was 1997. If you Google that, I'm probably wrong. Just don't tell me about it. Like, Google it and go, wow, Joseph was right. Say that as you read a different year. Let's actually double check the movie Hook. Pull that up on the Internet Movie Database. It was definitely 1997, except it was 1991. And let's check. It's got a 6.8 out of 10. Yeah, it kind of checks out, to be honest. The movie's not that amazing. But Dustin Hoffman is Hook. Obviously, Bob Hoskins is just me. Can't get better than that. It's also not Sandra Bullock. That was Julia Roberts. Wow. Wow, I did not remember a lot about that. So yeah, when you Googled that, you noticed that everything I said was correct, right? Yeah, thanks. Thanks, everybody. It's like Tinkerbell is very weirdly built. So far it seems like she's going to be much skinnier than a standard brickhead. But we will wait and find out. God, Julia Roberts. Not Sandra Bullock. That's fucking embarrassing. Here I am pretending to be like the knowledgeable about movies guy, and then I fucking do that. So I think this actually ends up being, yeah, about the proper width of a brickhead. It's just weird. It feels like it's very skinny, but I guess it's not. Now I need to build Tinkerbell's little head. I also find it weird that we're still using tan for all the like skin color. Ooh. Yeah, just pretend I said the right thing there. for all of the like flesh tone, nope. For all the white bitches in brickheads, we're still just using the color tan. They haven't moved to light nougat yet, which I find interesting because then like other brickheads, if you're a different color, they'll use like actual like medium nougat, medium brown. I don't know if there's been a medium brown one yet, but find other color people will use the color that makes more sense for them. Instead, white people just get tan, which is fine. I'm just it's interesting that they haven't made the swap when they definitely at this point have started to make that more of a thing. I'm glad they haven't because I have a lot more tan bricks kicking around that are ready to build custom brickheads at any moment. But I found that interesting because for a long time, Lego refused to really make bricks out of light nougat. Honestly, on the boutique hotel, which you can see, it looks fucking weird. It just looks like flesh-colored Lego building. But maybe we'll get to a point where that's no longer a thing, and when you see nougat, you won't be as weirded out by it. But I'm personally still a little weirded out by nougat, but I feel like I'm kind of old hat in this hobby at this point. So maybe that's not a similar opinion that other people share. Who really knows? I don't. Are these printed? Oh, well, these looked super yellow from being next to all the other yellows, so I thought the wings were actually printed pieces. They do look weirdly yellow, though. But here we got another, this is bright light yellow, which the hair is, which always sucks when I'm making a blonde character. I never have enough bright light yellow. Like, I've put so much work into making sure that I have enough bright light yellow. And then you build like 3 blonde bitches and you're out of it. And like, obviously in movies and shit, there's blonde people all the time. My wife has slightly darker hair, so I actually ended up just using yellow for her brickhead. Pretty cute. I really like doing custom brickheads. It was really fun to kind of teach people how to do it at Bricks in the Six. I think next year I'll probably try to hold an actual kind of like speaking event where I just talk about how to make a brickhead. What are commonly accepted brickhead things and what are not commonly accepted brickhead things. You never really know until you're there. So when you're here, you're family. The fuck? So Tinkerbell is really weird in that movie. I feel like my sisters really don't like Tinkerbell because she's like judgy about her own body and shit. And I honestly never noticed that. And when watching it again, didn't really notice it. So being a woman must suck sometimes. Let's be real. If I forgot that, I definitely get reminded when I watch something and go, there's nothing weird about that. And then my 3 sisters are like, yeah, I don't like the way women were portrayed in that. And suddenly I realized, oh, I don't know everything. Weird feeling. I thought I knew everything. Oh no, stop closing. Stop it. I'm trying to build here. Come on. And I promise you, I will finish this build. We've got a couple minutes left. Can we finish Tinkerbell before we're done? Or am I just going to have a fucking stroke? Find out next time on... We're not done yet. Not done yet. Oh, Tinkerbell's hair actually looks really cute. I'll give you that, you weird little fucking she-devil. Also, literally, it's all over Irish folklore. They're like, do not trust the fairies. And then they show up and these little British kids get kidnapped by a fairy immediately. Fucking wild. That would never have happened in Ireland. Peter Pan in Ireland, basically what would have happened, the dog would have eaten this fucking fairy. That would have been the end of the movie. Peter would have never made it back to Neverland. And he would have died of alcoholism. Because he was in Ireland. You get it? Ah! Oh, it's the best kind of racism against white people. Oh, it's been one of those days, guys. I am fucking exhausted. If you can't tell, my already very non-existent filter exists less at this point. which is hilarious to me because I feel like I'm going insane. I am slowly but surely losing my entire fucking mind. There we go. Beautiful. Don't you love it? Woo! Oh shit, I'm still fucking up building this. We're getting there. We're almost on the wings. It's the last part. It's like pulling out a fucking splinter. You just gotta like take it nice and slow. You focus up a little, and then you'll finish it by the time you're supposed to be done. Beautiful. Tinkerbell now has a head. Let's jam that fucker on there. Oh wow, that actually I actually nailed it. I did get it kind of on. It was backwards and there were other problems, but I'm actually surprised I got bricks to connect to each other. Ooh, now we're building the brackets that Tinkerbell's wings go on. There we go. Get Tink's wings on. Oh, fuck yeah. Let's go to the next page. Obviously, we got to go to the next page. Ow. And I'm building little wings. So they use those weird like shield pieces that existed in Nexo Knights to be wings, the same ones as on the front of her dress. And I haven't seen the effect in person, so I'm a little excited to see if it like worked out. I know sometimes people at the Lego group specifically get a little excited with pieces and try to use interesting pieces to do shit that it's not meant for. And sometimes it works really well, unless you're a bonsai tree and you put 200 fucking frogs on it. Then it just looks like a bonsai tree covered in fucking frogs, which to me, not that great of a look. Now let's build a base for a little Tinkerbell. Tinkerbell. Get her on her base. Sweep up these extra bits. Toss them in the extra bit bin, which I noticed was getting very full today. And then let's go over to Secret Joseph. Hey, Secret Joseph. Oh, look. There's the wings with the new shield, with that shield piece that came in Nexo Knight sets. As you can see, it actually looks pretty good. It is slightly weird. I kind of wish they like actually made you angle them a little bit more because they look more like fairy wings if they were like this. Or I guess like this. Whatever. Well, thanks for coming this week. We'll be back next week at 8 p.m., 5 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern or whatever the fuck. I don't know. Math and stuff. So find out your time zone, show up on time, and watch this trash next week. If you've got time, go check out fucking Jeff Van Winden's stream, which is next. They're talking about the phone booth, overpriced as fuck phone booth, and they're probably going to jerk each other off. Now we're done, and don't forget to go fuck yourself.